driving deep into our wounds. Yet I will be ripped apart before I choose a side. Yet the shadow of glass beneath my feet cuts this godforsaken street. Why can't we make things disappear? Steal the poison from our tears. Oh, crooked crosses pinned on the wall. Slow destruction of our childhood homes. High illusions, they're seen no more, no more. Rocky crosses pinned on the walls. Slow destruction of our childhood homes. High illusions, they're seen no more, no more.
Yes, guys, welcome back to another stream. Hopefully, you guys are all doing well. Smash the likes on the way in. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you guys are subbed to Hugh's channel as well. A lot of stuff coming on his channel now. He's back and he's getting the streams out, getting the videos out. The link is in the title. Loads to discuss. I want to discuss Chelsea. I want to discuss transfer activity. I want to discuss Bruges on Wednesday, and then whatever because the chat will always throw something at us, and then whatever the random topics the chat decides to throw at us, man. But yeah, big up, bro. You well, bro. We got a win against a Big Six team. It's not often that happens at City.
I know. It was nice, man. It was nice. It felt like the good old days, you know, where a Big Six team would turn up at the Etihad and we just go, bam, you're at the home of the champions. You know, I could get used to that again. But no, I'm good. That a new song. It's good.
Yeah, they released it. Yeah, they released it last week, man. It's class. I was saying to the chat, obviously not applicable to everyone. Not everyone's from like England or like the area. But next time they do a gig in town, I'm gonna fucking get a LB meetup in town, and anyone who wants to fucking come down, we'll go and we'll all buy tickets, support the band. We'll go have some beers, some drinks beforehand. You don't have to drink, obviously, and then we'll go and listen to them, man. So I'll wait and see when the next time they're in Manchester. But you have to come over, bro, and we'll have a big meetup, man. But yeah, man,
doesn't take much to get me over, bro. You know.
No, I know. I didn't need to sell it like that, but I thought I would. But yeah, anyway, smash the likes up, people, if you've not done so already, bro. I was saying before the game against Chelsea, I thought it was a must-win game, and when it comes to the Champions League qualification, because the fixtures that are coming up are absolutely disgusting. We all know the fixtures. I don't need to get them up. We don't need to go through it all again, but we all know the fixtures are disgusting, and it's likely that we will be dropping some points. For me, Chelsea was one of the easier games. We're at home. We've beaten them already this season. Their form has been pretty poor. I know they won last weekend against Wolves, but before that, they've not won a game in 5. And I was really looking at this Chelsea game thinking, if we don't win this game, I'm getting seriously worried about maybe missing out on the Champions League because of the fixtures coming up. However, I've got to say, I'm quite impressed with the players. You know what I mean? I thought we rolled out that first 10, 15, 20 minutes, got a little bit lucky at parts. Obviously, Cole Palmer should definitely have made it too with the pass to Jackson. You have to get a little bit of luck sometimes. But I thought that, Khusanov, I thought he recovered very well. And I thought as the game went on, I started seeing, I felt like I saw a maturity in the player. I felt like I seen a team that knew how to navigate the game. And yes, not everything was coming off. There were still some misplaced passes. There was still some stuff that wasn't perfect. But when I was watching it, and as the game went on, especially in the second half, I really felt that like I was watching a team, especially the midfield, that knew how to navigate a really tricky situation. And I've not seen that from this team for a very long time, because in the last couple of months, this team has been naive. Yeah, it's been weak. It's been spineless at times. However, Chelsea, I really believe, like, especially in that second half, I was watching him and Kevin De Bruyne came on, wasn't trying nothing mad. He just kept the ball, kept things ticking over. I thought Bernardo Silva, probably his best performance of the season, up there with the Forest game at home for me. And I just felt that, like, that the players were using, and I don't want to sound like a dick, but I felt like the players were using their brain and they were using their football intelligence to get them through the game. And in the end, let's be real, chat, yeah, Chelsea might have probably scored one more goal. They probably had one more chance that they should have scored, which was but we should have scored 5, 6, maybe 7 goals. Like, they were solid chances, bro. So I'm not saying it was perfect. I'm not trying to glaze the performance. I'm more talking about up here, because that's really where we've been struggling, isn't it? Because a lot of the games, bro, we've been going ahead, and it's been up here that we've let ourselves down. 2-0 up against Brentford. That should be dead and buried. 3-0 up against Feyenoord. 1-0 up against United at home in the Manchester derby, and we fucking drop points on them all. Like, it's not necessarily on the pitch in terms of the footballing ability, although there is an element to it. It's the football intelligence and the way that they navigate the game. And I felt against Chelsea, I saw like a massive improvement on that.
I think you've really hit the nail on the head. I think you really have. So first of all, I was supposed to say big up to Pete Ferguson in the chat there. He came up to me at the match on Sunday or on Saturday, wasn't it? Yeah, Saturday. Pete Ferguson says, mate,
oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, lovely guy. Came up and says he's a fan of the channel. He likes listening to us, man. Lovely guy. But I think you've really hit the nail on the head. And I don't want to say it's a corner turn, because look, it's a small sample size, and you know, this is something that has to be built on. This is something that they have to take confidence from, and they have to move on from and say, right, we still have this in our locker. Because I think you're right in a way that you don't have to put all the misery in recent months down to footballing ability, because I think based on this season's standard of the league overall, the quality of footballers we have is still probably a league title challenging squad on paper. But the majority of our issues came down to character and mentality. And when that goal went in, the one that Jackson scored, my head dropped. I went, this could be disaster. First of all, the poor kid has just arrived, Khusanov, and he's made a mistake like that.
I felt so sorry for me, bro.
Bro, honest to God, I
feel sorry for players when they make mistakes, especially for City. I'm like, I call them bozos and shit. But honestly, man, I felt so sorry for the kid. I really did.
It's a tough one for him, like, to be thrown in on the week you sign into any game, really, first of all, in the Premier League, but to be thrown in against Chelsea, a Big Six fixture, which over the last 18 months we've struggled in. For him, it's tough, but as a squad at whole, I was worried. Because what we've seen from City in the recent weeks and months is their heads drop. The heads drop, and all of a sudden they go, you know, we've conceded now. Let's see what happens. And yeah, you could say Palmer should have scored, maybe he should have, but on another day, Chelsea go and get another Palmer chance like that, another 2 or 3 Palmer chances like that, and they bury them, and all of a sudden we're 2-3, 4-0 down, or else, you know, we're really off the pace of the game. Instead, what we saw from City was a galvanizing of each other. They lifted each other back up, and they got themselves back in the game, both on the scoreboard as well as, you know, mentally. Because, like I said, that's been the main problem for me. I've looked at too many City performances. PSG, case example number 1. You know what I'm saying? We're 2-0 up. You concede once. I think we all sat there going, are you surprised if we go ahead to lose this 3-2? Goes on to be 4-2. That's mentality and game management. That's not ability. That's purely mentality and game management. And what we saw on Saturday was a much improved City when it comes to game management and mentality. I was really impressed. I was fortunate enough now to look at Marmoush really close, because my new season ticket seat now, I sit in the East Stand, so he was over on my left wing for large parts of the game. And I was like, this guy's got a lot about him. He's gonna really cause problems, I think, in this league. His movement, his energy, his physicality. He seems to have a lot in his package. And when he got that offside goal, bro, the place went, the whole place was gassed. It was such a shame it was offside, but I hope that's an indication of what's to come. But I think what you said about it being a much more mature performance is absolutely correct. And that's just something City have been lacking. Maybe it's something Pep has been lacking through all the frustrations and all the issues going on in the club. You know, your club captain talking about leaving, and, you know, players being injured, and all the issues that we probably haven't actually weighed up how deep some of these issues that he was dealing with on a day-to-day basis are. You're trying to get a squad back in the right mental place. You're trying to potentially, top 4 league at one point a couple of weeks ago, Champions League. Your captain's leaving. Your centre backs are never fucking fit. You've no backup striker. Your main midfielder, Ballon d'Or winner, is out injured. These are all big problems you have to deal with. And I think on Saturday we saw a version of City that is overcoming those problems now. And there's a lot of positives. The new lads are there. Oscar Bob, today we got the news he's back in action very soon. There's positives. There's a lot of positives. Now look, the Bruges game, which I'm sure we'll talk about more in depth, that's make or break as well. So you have to carry in Chelsea's form and character, the mentality side of things into the Bruges game, because you can't take it for granted. After that Feyenoord game, I'm taking no home game for granted.
No, exactly, mate. You know what it is, yeah? For like, this is, I've said this before, this game doesn't show me that we've turned a corner, because unfortunately, there's been too many of those games in this run where I think we've turned a corner and then we go and drop a really bad result. But what this result gives us is a platform to build on. For me, I said it again. That game against Chelsea, in my opinion, was a must-win game when it comes to the top 4 race. I really think that if we would have lost that game, it would not be looking good for us. It would not be looking good for us, because if you'd done the predictions, we'd probably be somewhere between 6 and 7 points behind top 4 by the end of this grim run, right? We win the game. That's only our 5th win against the top 6 sides in the last 18 months. So that alone shows us that it's a huge win, because our record is dreadful against the top 6 sides. So we win that game. We get ourselves back in the top 4. Brilliant. Now we've got Bruges coming up on Wednesday. We will go into Bruges in a bit more detail in a minute. This is now a must-win game as well for the majority of people who want us actually to go through. And obviously, this is going to be a massive, massive test again. The players are probably going to come into this game extremely tired, knackered. They'll probably be. John Stones has got to play a full 90 minutes, so we'll see how he gets on there. But if you win that game as well, and by the way, Bruges haven't lost a game in 20 matches, right? If you can beat them, then you all of a sudden you're like, that's 2 huge wins going into the Arsenal game, and we can go into that Arsenal game with a little bit of confidence, because that's what we want to be doing. We don't want to be going into games with no confidence, because when I went into that game against Chelsea, right, the chat will know who's in the watch along, bro. I was the most depressed, downbeat, negative guy ever, bro. I thought, I was just saying in it, chat, when I was like, we're losing this game, we are shit. Like, because obviously that's what I've been infected with from the PSG result. I was like, there's no way we're winning today. Then all of a sudden we concede a goal within a couple of minutes, and it's just like, this is horrific. You get the win, right? And all of a sudden that one result now gets me back feeling good. I done a video yesterday saying I'm feeling a lot better. One result can literally change the way you feel. But you've got to carry it on.
Just to cut across here really quickly, like, on the result. The result is obviously huge, but it's the manner of it. It's the manner of it that means the most, because see, when it was 2-1, I'm sitting there going, hold out for the 2-1, take your 3 points, bury it. We're happy out. But we go and score a third. Phil Foden goes ahead, scores a third, and kills the game off. That was so refreshing to see a game killed off, and we're going, this is brilliant. We haven't had this for a long time. Like, vintage City used to do that. They'd be 2-1 up with 10, 15 minutes to go. The opposition might feel they can get back into it. The away fans feeling they get back into it. And City just stick the final dagger into you. That's what that last goal was. And that's something we haven't experienced properly for quite a while, especially in a big game. So, spot on, man.
What did you make of Abdelkader Khusanov then? Because I've seen Briggsy speaking about it in the chat. About the media going in on him. I thought, though, the reaction was so extreme. So extreme. Like, I thought, mate, he basically made one mistake, the header. No, he made the second mistake. What was the second mistake? People are trying to make out like the foul was like a huge mistake. What? So if you get booked now, are we saying that's like a huge biblical error? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, he made one error, bro. And I'm like, people are saying he made 2 massive errors. I'm like, no, he didn't make 2 massive. What? So you're telling me? Are you genuinely telling me now that if a player makes a tackle and gets booked, that is now a huge error? It's not a fucking huge error. It's a booking. Players get booked all the time. I thought it was a mad. I thought the reaction was a madness. I was doing after the game on the watch along. I was sat here. I was speaking to the chat, and it clocked. I'd be like, because I still had the game on the TV, right? I had the chat there on my left, and then I still had the game on this TV. I was like, 15 minutes had gone on, and they just kept on showing every single time Abdelkader Khusanov. I was like, bro, how long does it say? Yeah, how long does it take to say? Yeah, it was a shit header. That's literally all you needed to say. He should have kicked it out for a corner, kicked it out for a throw-in, or headed it better. Sound, mate. Yeah, nice one. Biblical error. Let's move on. Bro, they were talking about it for 15 fucking minutes. I was like, what the hell's going on? It literally clicked as I was speaking to the chat. I was like, these guys are still fucking talking about it. But anyway, I thought he recovered really, really well. He obviously made that huge block, didn't he, at 1-0 as well, which was going in. Let's be honest, that was going in. So he effectively saved a goal there as well. You know what? Like, I don't know. Obviously, it's early days, isn't it? Obviously, it's not great that he's made a mistake and such a huge error, but I felt the way he recovered was very good. And I've got to say as well, yeah, because Pep has come under criticism at points this season. I think rightly so, because some of his decision making at times has been a bit weird. But I felt the way that he handled Abdulkadir Khusanov in that game was absolutely exceptional. Because I was saying, right, you can't take him off in the first half because that'll kill him. You can't take him off at half time because that'll kill it. I was saying play him for 90 minutes. I said just don't take him off. And then when he subbed him off, I was sat here and I went, you know what? That's fucking experience from Pep Guardiola. I thought the way that Pep handled that situation was absolutely spot on. But yeah, what did you make of him, bro?
I was happy with him because I had him at 6-1 to get booked, and he got booked in the first 5 minutes. So like he was easy money. But that aside, I was indifferent. I think the mistake he made, like the booking is what it is. Players get booked anyway. There shouldn't be much of a deal made out of that. He's a centre half. We knew this was his nature, you know. Well, everything we heard about him was he's an aggressive motherfucker, so you can expect that. But look, the goal does happen. Like that happens from time to time. It's just unfortunate that it happened to him in that moment. But it's been blown way out of proportion. And there's a part of me does think, yeah, if that was Ruben Diaz or that was John Stones or that was Nathan Ake, I think more of a deal gets made of Akanji too in that situation. I think there is a part of me looks at it and go, Akanji probably could have done more. Akanji had the angle to just go through and clear the ball out, pump it into the stand, into the Colin Bell stand. He had the angle to run onto it, whereas, Khusanov is going backwards, has to stagger his run and try and head it back. It's a much more difficult task. Look, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other kind of thing. I think they're both probably to blame for part of it. But as the more experienced player, I'm kind of looking at Akanji saying maybe you should have just cleared the ball, pumped it, go through Khusanov if you have to and get rid of it. But he picked himself up fine. I think he carried himself well. He made that block. His positioning was decent. There's a lot to look forward to about him. And what's weirding me out, man, about the whole thing is the amount of people online saying things like, look how sad he looks. Look how emotional he looks. What are you doing? Like, this is just the way he is. From everything we've been told about him, he's quite emotionless. He doesn't smile very often. He's just a young lad who clearly works hard and he's trying to improve his game and he's come to a big club and yada, yada, yada. Stop micro-analyzing every movement he makes, every facial expression he drops. Just, allow him. Let him breathe, because it was quite intense that the pile-on from a lot of people coming from multiple angles. You know what I'm saying? Publications, fans, everything. I think, look, in the stadium, we all kind of went, oh, man, that's really unfortunate for him. But everyone still got behind him. There wasn't one person in that stadium said, get Khusanov off the pitch. He's clearly out of his depth. He's not good enough. We all still went, no, let's back him. It happens. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Has Diaz never made a calamity? Has Company never made a calamity? Centre halves are going to make bad mistakes. Correct. It happened. Rodri's done it. You know what I'm saying? So get behind the kid, man, because we're going to be seeing him for a long time. And you best hope that he turns out good.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. Big up to everyone in the chat as well. You guys are cooking in the chat. Big up to LB. Says Pep turned Gvardiol into a hybrid left back, centre back, and left wing back. I honestly felt that's got to be up there with one of Gvardiol's best games. I really think that was one of his best ever games for City. I thought it was absolutely fucking incredible. Like, let's be honest as well. Should have had a hat trick, mate. Like, let's be real here, yeah. He should have had a hat trick, man. The chances that he had there. But I thought he was brilliant defensively. I felt like he handled Madueke brilliantly. I think there was only one time for me where he got cooked, and that was in the 90th minute where he just ran in. He just sort of sprinted at Madueke, and Madueke just knocked it past him. Other than that, I felt like he handled him really, really well. And Madueke is quite a good player in terms of taking players on. He's quite a direct player, so I felt he did really, really well. I felt in the build-up he was brilliant. Obviously, getting inside the box and always being a goal threat is wild. And yeah, I think in the end, he'll probably be disappointed that he only scored one goal, because we know as fans, and he knows, that he was more than capable of scoring those two chances that he missed. right? So I think he'll be quite disappointed with that. But you know, forget that. I think genuinely, I think that's got to be up there. One of his best performances all round. It was really, really, really good. And my only problem is, and I keep saying this, is I just absolutely scared to death that this guy's going to get injured because we can't rest him because none of our players are fit. You know, that's a huge issue.
That's the worry. That's the worry, especially if Nathan Ake's, you know, in and out or not available. Ake's out for a while now as well, isn't he? From what I've been told,
he'll probably be out for a couple of weeks minimum. Yeah, I doubt he'll be back till at least mid to late February if it's another hamstring.
I think Gvardiol is one of the players benefiting a lot from the new players. I think he looked a bit refreshed because he looked quite tired for a couple of weeks there, didn't he? You know, there was a lot of games going by where Gvardiol, who's been heavily relied upon, he's looking a bit under the weather, a bit tired, whatever. He looked back to his best. He's such a beautiful footballer. Like, do you know what he is for me? He's like a hybrid of the best attributes that we loved from Cancelo at left back and some of the best attributes that Nathan Ake has at left back. Going forward, he's so intelligent. He's technically able to keep up with the pace and ability of our attacking players, you know, in terms of link up. And then defensively, you can really rely on him to do job on wingers. Like, I would have no problem going to Anfield with Gvardiol or left back up against Salah or to the Emirates up against Saka and these kind of things, because I trust him to do that. And he did the job against Madueke. He's such a brilliant footballer. He really, really is. It's probably well up there with one of his best performances in the City shirt. So hopefully, when other players come back and they're fit and available, I would like to see a bit of consistency formed in the back line. You know, I would really like to see the same faces try and put a run of games together, and Gvardiol obviously be part of that. So it's good, man. It's good. And I think he enjoyed playing with Marmoush in front of him as well.
Well, JTI just put that in the chat, and I agree. I felt that keep your eye on this link up between Gvardiol and Marmoush.
I was watching it, bro. I was watching it up close because it was the first half. They were right in front of me. I sit like 5 rows from the pitch in the East Stand. They're right in front of me, the pair of them. Marmoush's movement, it's really unique. He drifts really far in pitch. You'll sometimes see him over the far side of the pitch. He's deployed as a left winger, obviously, but he really likes to get about the pitch. And because of the fullbacks or the defenders or the midfielder, whoever's picking him up, feels obliged to follow him around or pick him up and not leave him on his own because he's so dangerous. This creates such a pocket for Gvardiol to get forward. And Gvardiol, who's also a brilliantly technically gifted footballer, you don't want to leave him with that kind of space either. And they got punished almost by both of them. If the Marmoush goal was onside, that's punishment for one. And then you got the Gvardiol punishment too. So it's a really nice little combination forming there. Hopefully, I'd like to see the exact same against Bruges. I would. Gvardiol, Marmoush. I'd like to see the exact same again. But no, it's
Marmoush can't play, can he?
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Big up to you guys, but make sure you guys are smashing up the like. Make sure you guys are subscribe to Hugh's channel as well. The link is in the title. In this hard run, we must win every game. I actually disagree with this. I actually think we just need to keep in touch with the top 4 by the time we come out of the Brighton game. I don't think we need to win every single game. Because, bro, like, why do we need to win every single game? Well, what we need to do is we need to put ourselves in a position whereby when we get into the run, after Brighton, which is favourable, bar like Villa and United, right? And obviously, every game is difficult, blah, 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 standard shit, but apart from them 2 games, like, we should be winning most of those games. So for me, so long as we're within 3 or 4 points of top 5, because they're saying like it's pretty much guaranteed that England's going to get top 5 Champions League this year. As long as we're 3 or 4 points within top 5, I back us to get it. What we can't afford to do is lose them all. If we lose them all, then we could be seriously screwed. But I don't agree with. Did you agree? Do you agree with LB here? Me and this guy are beefing a lot, man. This guy, look at LB.
No, I agree with it. He says every home game, and I think that should always be the.
Every home game, bro. I didn't even fucking read it properly.
Bro, put your gun down, bro. Put your gun down.
Put my gun down, bro. Yo, what the hell, bruv? Guys,
he's right, man.
I'm cooking him for no reason, bro. I agree with everything he's saying.
he's right, man. Make the Etihad a fortress. The home games, you should always be saying we're going to win home games. The home games
sorry, bro. My bad, bro. Yo, LB in prison, bro. LB in prison. Oh, no. Call the police. Oh, shit. My bad, bro. Please, forgive me.
War. Look, LB versus LB.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro.
We will have no LB on LB fighting.
Yeah, no, I didn't even fucking read it properly, man. Right, okay, let's have a look at our home games then. So that's interesting. Okay, because here's how I see these. These are my predictions, right?
Yep,
I think we draw against Arsenal.
I hear it. I
I
take
think
it.
I think we get beat off Newcastle.
Well, in your head.
Yeah. I think we draw against Liverpool. And call me delusional. I think we beat Tottenham. So I've got us getting 5 points out of those 4 games.
I've got us drawing with Arsenal, beating Newcastle, drawing with Liverpool, and beating Tottenham. So 2 wins and 2 draws.
So you think we're going unbeaten?
Yeah.
Let me just play the clip. Nah, we turned a corner, Bray.
Bro, listen to me. We're undefeated in the Marmoush era. Yeah.
Yeah.
This ain't ending anytime soon.
Okay.
Nah, it's just more wishful thinking. I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will at some point. Probably the Liverpool game. If it's to happen, it'll probably be the Liverpool game. I don't think we lose to Newcastle at home. Why?
That midfield scares me, bro.
Yeah, you love their midfield. It's probably the best midfield in the league. It's
Yeah,
probably the
to
best
be
midfield in the
fair
league.
though, I'm on some mad, weird fucking Newcastle like loving at the moment. Like, I don't know, man.
You
I
really
just
are.
look at their midfield, and that midfield is like literally that is like the perfect midfield for me. Like, I absolutely love everything about that midfield. So at the moment, and they've obviously got Isak. So at the moment, I'm on this sort of like weird LB Newcastle, like, yeah, you know what I mean? Even though they're actually our rivals at the moment.
Yeah,
So,
you're really on a Hawaii man kind of vibe, aren't you?
yeah. But I'd take 5 points out of those games. I know it's not ideal, but I think that keeps us within 4 points of the top 4 by the time we get to Forest.
You see Newcastle though, yeah, they're a bit. They can turn up and have a stinker. They really can. Like that Bournemouth game the other week was a howler from them. You can get the better of them, and you can dominate them in midfield. But when they're on smoke, they're on smoke. I think if City were to beat Arsenal in the Emirates, yeah, and beat Leighton Orient, all of that's mad momentum there. You know what I'm saying? That's mad momentum. You could really damage Arsenal's title hopes, first of all, and all of a sudden we're looking good again. So beat Bruges and beat Arsenal. That's a corner turn for me. That's a fucking corner turn. You're into your playoff. You've beaten Arsenal. Much easier said than done, granted. But why not? Why not?
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see what happens against that Arsenal. Big up to Louise as well. Says Khusanov played well after the mistake. He's young and will learn. Absolute facts. Big up Louise for the 3 months. And big up to Clinical as well. Says, yo, what if we don't get a DM in January but get Pogba? But then he's put the skull emoji, so I assume he doesn't want that. Let's move it on to sort of some transfer talk then, boys. What are we saying? We signed that McFarlane from New York City FC. I imagine he's going straight into the academy, not the first team, but we signed him. We keep getting told that Cambiasso bid coming soon. They're like a trailer, bro. What's going on here? Why are we not putting the bid in? We either put the bid on or nah. But like they keep on saying that Cambiasso, we're gonna put the bid in, but we've not heard anything from any reputable journalists. Although Craig Party Time in the chat the other day, who knows his shit, said we have bidded for him. The whole midfielder, Mark, the whole midfield transfer rumors is completely and utterly dead. There's nothing. There's absolutely F all about City buying a midfielder. So I think we've got to come to the sort of conclusion here, yeah, unless City do our madness in the last week, that we ain't getting one, bro. And my theory is we're going to try and get a Cambiasso, and I think we're just going to stick Cambiasso in the midfield. Because, bro, lads, yeah, there's a week left, and we've not been linked with anyone. With no one. There's no one been linked. So I don't think we're getting a midfielder, boys. What are you saying? And would you take Pogba?
I'm going to take Pogba.
The answer is no. No, bro, we can't be taking another 32-year-old, bro.
Kind of vibes,
bro.
Kind of vibes. Like it would boil a lot of piss. It would cause a lot of problems. But no. On a footballing level, no. He's not what we need. Pogba's not what we need. I don't know, man. The midfielder side of things is a bit sad at the minute, isn't it? Like everyone's crying out for one, and there really is no one linked. Douglas Luiz, he was kind of linked, wasn't he? But gone a bit quiet in that side of things. I could see I could see Cambiasso getting done. I could see Cambiasso getting done and being in at City by the end of January, but I don't know. I've kind of slowly resigned to the fact that City probably aren't going to get a midfielder in January, and then we'll go all out for a big one in July.
Facts. I agree.
That's just where I'm at with it.
It's going to be Baleba, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's going to be Baleba.
Are we linked with Baleba? Like, where are you getting this from?
Well, apparently City had scouts at the Brighton game versus Ipswich.
Says who?
Don't know. I heard it on the 9320 podcast. They said City had scouts at the Brighton game.
For Baleba?
Well, you don't know, but like, it's no one going to be on Ipswich, like, because they know everything about Delap, so it's not going to be there. And like, who else really is there at Brighton that we would be scouting?
Lewis Dunk.
no, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be, man. But yeah, we'll have to see on that. I don't think we're going to get a midfielder. I think it's going to be Cambiasso play midfield until the rest of the season. That'll get us top 4. It'll give us a crack at the FA Cup. We'll get knocked out of the Champions League in like the quarterfinals or something, and then we go for the Club World Cup. But obviously, we get another transfer window before that, so we might be able to buy the midfielder before the Club World Cup because we get that little 2-week transfer window. But I do think, obviously, City fans are going to be disappointed with this, not getting a midfielder. And I'm disappointed because it's the main position that we need in the squad in January, and it doesn't look like we're going to get it. And I think that's really disappointing. I think it's a bit poor, to be honest with you. Not a bit. It's really poor, really. However, if they end up signing like some absolute big dog in the summer, then I'll understand it. If we get to the summer and they sign some like fucking random guy, then I'm gonna be like, what the hell is going on?
Let me give you an ultimatum, okay? And I want your honest take, and I want the chat to get involved.
Fully honest take here.
I want your fully honest take. We're putting our hand on the Bible here. Do you know what I'm saying? We're talking real talk. City finished 6th, and we get a big dog midfielder in the summertime, or City, or the opposite. We get top 4, and we don't get a big dog midfielder because they believe that what we have now is fine, and Rodri's back.
Both of them options are absolutely horrifically bad.
That's what I'm saying.
I prefer to not to speak in it. I prefer to pass the question over to the next one, double it, and give it to the next one. Innit? That's what I'm saying. I'm serious. I'm answering that question.
I ain't Mr. Beast, bro.
No, you're Mr. Beast, bro. Mr. Hugh Murray Beast. I'm not answering that question, bro. What do you mean?
Because I think not getting a midfielder right now, it jeopardizes the top 4 run. It really does.
It makes it a lot less secure. Facts. This is what I've been saying. If we don't get a midfielder, there's no guarantee we get top 4. That's the risk that they're taking.
I think getting a midfielder almost guarantees top 4 for me.
Yeah, me too, 100%.
But like, it goes a long way.
It's like 99 for me, 99.999% we get top. It's not top 5, innit? They're saying basically now, yeah, that if City win on Wednesday, they're saying it's basically guaranteed. Yeah, if City win on Wednesday, it's basically guaranteed that top 5 in this country will get top Champions League. If we get a midfielder, we're definitely finishing top 5. If we don't get a midfielder, there's a chance that we might not finish in the top 5. That's how big that position is. It's absolutely crucial. But obviously they don't want to pay for Douglas Luiz. I think City, from reading the news, from reading like the rumours online, and it is only rumours, I think that City would take Douglas Luiz, but they obviously don't want to pay any money for this guy. They obviously don't want to pay any money whatsoever for Douglas Luiz. They might want to pay like a little loan fee, but they don't want an obligation to buy. City not interested in taking this guy full time, are they? Yeah, it's part-time job, mate. 0 hours contract. That's what it is. They don't want to pay for him. So, yeah, that's the risk they're going to take. But I don't know, man. I still think that we'll get top 4. I think even if we don't get a midfielder, I still think we'll get top 5. But if we don't, then I won't be shocked at the end because, that is a crucial position that we're unable to fill. But it just must mean that they've got someone lined up for the summer. Someone big. The question is who? That's what I want to know is who. You know what I mean? This is why I'm like, yo, City, just leak it. Leak it to some shit journalist and I'll get it. I'll understand it, man. I'll decode that shit. But you're not giving me anything, Bray. Leak it to the press. Just one little leak. Oh, some dead source. You know what I mean? Oh, City are linked with this guy in the summer. As soon as I see City are linked with this midfielder, but it's going to be a summertime move, I'll be like, bang, that's the guy. But I'm not getting any links, Bray.
This is City all over, though, isn't it? They're watertight, man. They're not like a lot of Spanish clubs or English, some of the other English clubs who they make a big song and dance out of every transfer. City, and it's shit for content. It's shit for fans. It's because you don't get to have conversations and get properly gassed up and speculate. They just go bam. We're in for this guy, and it gets done rapid fire. So we're gonna be sitting here, bro, for the next what is it now? January, February, March, April, May. We're gonna be sitting here for the next 4 months on who. We're gonna be like owls, man. Who? There's not much more I can say about it.
But David, it's not going to be Kimmich in it because he's 30.
He's old news, man.
So we're not gonna be signing Kimmich in the summer as like the main guy, bro.
No.
You know what? This Pogba thing might legit be true,
Oh, bro, we're not like that. That's playing with fire. I say don't play with,
bro. I'm just saying this. Yeah, it's a free transfer.
Have we been linked with him? Is there anything to say we've been linked with Pogba?
Well, first of all, we've tried to sign this guy twice. Like legitimately, we've tried to sign this guy twice. It was in the leaked emails that we tried to sign
when he was like 26.
Yeah, no, but obviously the club like him. It's a free transfer. Yeah, he'll sell a lot of shirts. The club will love that. Especially if Grealish is leaving. Apparently, Grealish sells a lot of shirts. If he's leaving, then you get Pogba and he takes over that. I wouldn't surprise me if the club did this.
But if you're talking defensive midfielder, Pogba's not who you want. He's not who you want.
No. But if you have him next to Kovacic, that provides a lot more sort of security, I think.
Well, but you have to tell Kovacic, don't go forward. You just stay back.
Say Kovacic, you just chill, bro.
Stay home. Because the big gripe that United fans had with Kovacic was Pogba was he was never given the role that suited his attributes the best, which was go forward, do your thing. Because he doesn't want to do defensive work. He's not arse doing defensive work, Pogba. I don't think he's what we need. Even if he was fit and sharp and ready to go, I don't think
if you think about it, bro, it stinks as like a deal that City would love to do.
But it doesn't though, because we're talking about getting players fit and ready to go. The fucker hasn't played football in 2 years.
Yeah, no, but he's obviously training, innit? If I'm Paul Pogba now, I'm like doing the HIIT classes on every day, bro. You know what I mean? I'm doing HIIT classes. Yeah, I'm doing the nutrition, diets, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, protein shakes. Because when the club rings me and says, yo, Paul, what are you saying? He's like, I'm ready to go now. I've been doing HIIT classes on the daily. I'm just saying, like, the club want a cheap option because they don't want to buy anyone now because they're going to buy him in the summer, yeah? We've already tried to get Luiz, obviously, because we've been linked with him, but the club don't want to spend money and Juventus want cash. I'm just saying, would not surprise me one little bit if City decided to take Pogba on a 2-year contract, yeah? Give him 200 grand a week, 150 grand a week, because you will be able to bargain those wages down because you'll be like, yo, you need us, not the other way around. And then you still can go and spend the money on the proper midfielder in the summer. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And why don't we get Lukaku as a backup striker as well? You know what I'm saying?
Well, actually, funny you say that because
don't save your breath. Don't go down that route. Save your breath. Yeah.
He's got 360 goals in 600 odd games. Lukaku, he's a bagsman.
Give a bollocks. He's rubbish. You all flame me for saying James Maddison, and now LB saying Pogba, who hasn't played in 2 years. And going,
I'm not saying that I want Pogba. I'm saying it would not surprise me if the club looked at Pogba and thought, you know what, that's a pretty good option for us as a temporary solution.
It doesn't fix any of our problems, any of them. We need a defensive midfielder who can defend. He doesn't defend. We need a defensive midfielder who's fit, ready, and playing football. He hasn't.
What about
played.
We don't sign anyone?
Well,
if we get to February the 4th, so the day after the transfer window closes, and we ain't signed anyone, and I said to you, we can sign Pogba now for free, what would you say?
I said I prefer Nico O'Reilly. He's playing football and he's training with City.
Yeah, but Pep's not going to do that, innit?
Pep's not going to play Pogba. Pep won't want Pogba.
You don't reckon?
Why would Pep want Pogba? He's not playing football. He's been offered F1 and UFC events.
Yeah, because he's banned, bro. He can't do nothing, innit? Listen, he might have been falsely accused, man. We've been falsely accused of our crimes, yeah? How do we know Pogba's not innocent in all this as well?
Chat, please. Chat, I'm begging you. Start.
Bro, I don't know. Listen, I'm not saying I want the guy yet. I'm just saying it wouldn't surprise me if City actually pulled the trigger on this. But we'll see, innit? We'll see. Anyway, guys, smash these likes up, guys. I assume you guys don't want Pogba in it. Yes, is in the chat. That was from earlier on. Built to Jack says you beat Arsenal, pressure on them to win. Yeah, bro, this is interesting, right? Yeah, I want to quickly speak about the Arsenal game. In fact, let's speak about Arsenal because you mentioned it. This is going to be interesting because for the first time in a long time, Arsenal are playing against Man City where they have to beat us and they don't have to play for a draw because usually Arsenal in the last couple of years have played for a draw. Now, their fans try and convince themselves that that's not actually true. Oh, but we beat you last year at home. Mate, that doesn't mean you actually tried to win the fucking game. You sat back and just tried to hit us on a break and you scored a lucky goal from a deflection. In this game, they actually have to try and win because if they draw, especially if Liverpool win, obviously Liverpool got a tough game as well, but if they draw or we beat them and Liverpool win, give Liverpool the title. Literally give them the title.
We could make it a very, very nervy 90 minutes in the Emirates on Sunday. We could.
We go there and fucking park the bus and do what they've done to us over the last 2 years and see how they fucking like it.
Yes.
I want every single player on the edge of our penalty area, just blocking everything, mate, and see how they like it. And when they get to the end of the game, you watch the salt, mate. Yeah, you watch the salt coming. They did. They'd absolutely melt down, wouldn't they? They'd melt down, bro.
Yeah, you're a team that scored. You talk about playing nice football, then you come to our place and you start the bus. We need to go full Mourinho, 14 goals conceded this season. You know what I mean? That's the route we need to go. I want a back nine. And Haaland just in front of them, and that's it. Make it horrible for them, especially while they have all these attacking injuries. You know what I'm saying? Make it really difficult for them to break us down. But we could really shit on their parade. Really shit on their parade right now and knock them back. But
would you start Marmoush or would you put Savio back in?
I'd start Marmoush.
I'm gonna be real, there's nothing against Savio because I think he's been playing well recently, but there's something about Marmoush, mate, that I just think he's levels above all of the rest of our wingers.
I think Savio, because he's young and relatively inexperienced at the minute, grand scheme of things, he plays his best when the team is feeling good about itself, and he's going to chip in with a goal or assist in that situation. Where Marmoush gives me the vibe, he's a player who can make something happen out of nothing. He can just, you know what I'm saying, like if we're not playing particularly well, or he's the kind of guy who'll get you a goal against them on a play. That's what I get from Marmoush. I play him, and I watch him. He gets back. He helps Gvardiol, man. He was helping Gvardiol there on the weekend, so why not? I go with Marmoush.
Yeah, and obviously
Savio play against Bruges, man.
Well, that's the thing as well. You start Savio against Bruges, and then obviously I think you put Marmoush in for the Arsenal game and say, "Come on, bro."
Can I ask, bro, where do you think this leaves Doku?
Well, I don't think it leaves Doku in any other position that it doesn't leave Savio. I don't think it leaves Doku in any other position that it doesn't leave Bob. I think for me, obviously Bob is slightly different to like Savio and Doku because obviously he's young and that. But I think what we've got competition for places again, and we've not had this for fucking ages.
Doesn't a front three, of a fit and firing Marmoush, a fit and firing Haaland, and a fit and firing Bob sound dangerous? Imagine those three up top,
bro. Fit and firing Savio, fit and firing Doku. For me, Peter, I hear this question a lot. Or where does this leave this guy? Where does it leave, bro? What it leaves us with what? 4 wingers. And I'm just saying, whoever's playing the best starts the games. You're crap. You get hooked off. We've not been in this position, let's be honest, for a long time. Because even last year, Grealish last year wasn't particularly great. So he wasn't really providing competition. It was Doku's first season. Bob played 900 minutes and was an academy player. Yeah, it's actually, when you think about it, it's a fucking miracle how we won the league last year when you actually look back. I've been looking back at last year and thinking, how the fuck did we win the league last year? But like now, we've got 4 players on the wing, who all can compete for places. And this is what we've not had since the treble season when we had like Foden on the right, Bernardo on the right, Mahrez on the right. Yeah, Jack Grealish actually played well in that treble year, So this is what we need. We need competition. For me, it doesn't leave them anywhere. We need 4 wingers at this football club. And all I'd say to them, if anyone moans, is whoever's playing the best plays. If Marmoush starts being shit, I put Savio in. If Doku starts playing shit, I put Bob in. And whoever plays best plays. Simple. It's not
That's the
rocket
ideal
science.
world, bro. It's the ideal world, but the reality is at least one of them is going to want out in the next 18 months if that's the case. Do you know what I'm
And
saying?
that'll be the shit one.
I think I hate to say it, but I think Grealish is done. I think
Oh,
Grealish
Grealish is gone 100%. But on them 4 players, right? If someone wants to leave because they're not playing because they're crap.
But it's really only 2 and 2 properly though, isn't it? Because Doku can play on the right, Bob predominantly plays on the right. Then you have Savio and Marmoush.
Well, I think Marmoush is the only one that can't play on the right. Yeah, I think Oscar, Bob, Savio, and Doku can all play on the right. Now they might be better on the left, but they can all do a job on the right. Yeah, and they can all do a job on the left. I think Bob obviously played that game against Newcastle. He played against Brentford last year when he started the game. He played on the left. I think Savio, Doku, and Bob will get a lot of game time because they can play anywhere. I think Marmoush can only really play on the left, but he can also play striker and he can also play attacking midfielder. So I genuinely believe that they're all going to get loads of minutes. Where they might start moaning is when it comes to the big games where it's the same guys starting, but the same guys will be starting because they're the best players. Now, at this moment in time, we can probably hazard a guess that Marmoush will probably be one of the main guys. Why? Because he's a big money signing. The guy's one of the best players in the world at the moment on current form, right? So that leaves one other space on that right-hand side. So that's up to Doku, Savio, and Oscar Bob to fight it out. And I don't have any investments. I don't have any stonks in any of these guys more than the others. I like them all equally. Yeah? Real talk, man. So I don't give a shit. Like, I just want to see the best one for my club. If it's Doku, it's Doku. If it's Savio, it's Savio. If it's Bob, it's Bob. I want to see the best one play. And then the other 2, improve your game. Get your money up, innit?
There's 2, arguably 3 spots there to fight for, depending on if Haaland's fit or not. You know what I'm saying? There's if Haaland's not fit, you've got 3 of them could play at once, and then you're gonna have subs. You know what I'm saying? So in those big games that you're talking about, where it might get a bit political, it's not as if they won't feature because they're all capable of coming on and changing a game. That's probably what all of them. Those two things are probably what all of them have over Jack Grealish. That they're all extremely versatile. I know we've seen Jack a little bit through the middle, but he's mainly a left winger, isn't he? And then all of them can come on and can score. All of them are capable of creating and scoring, which Grealish, he does in drips and drabs, but just nowhere near enough. Nowhere near enough. So you're kind of looking at the right and the left wing saying, there's 4 of you there, fight it out. And I think that's exactly what we need. But you just don't know. Especially by the time, say, Savio gets to 23, 24, 25, Doku likewise, they're all going to start saying, I need to be the main man somewhere.
Yeah, bro, they're all going to get game time. Yeah, that's not up for dispute. Yeah, they're all going to get lots of minutes. It'll be the big game. It'll be why Mahrez left. Because Mahrez didn't play Champions League final.
We are going to see plenty of times now where Haaland's not starting a game even when he's fit, just to rest him and Marmoush through the middle. That's great news. I said, you could see a Savio, Marmoush, Bob from 3, a Doku, Marmoush, Savio, or Bob from 3. Like you're going to see our depth being utilized, which has been so like. I mean, throw it back 3 months, bro. No one could score except Haaland or fucking Gvardiol. Now we have at least 3 players there who can all score goals, if not 4 when Bob comes back. So things are looking up. Foden's found the shooting boots again. The attacking side of things is healthy. It's actually quite healthy right now. The only thing lingering over it is some of them are a bit unproven. That's it. Bob, Savio, these guys are still yet to really, impose themselves on Europe and on the Premier League. But that's also exciting.
Yeah. No, hey, man, this is completely different, though, because Alvarez left because he didn't want to play in that position, bro. Yeah. Doku, Bob, and Savio will all play in the positions that they want to play in.
Alvarez wasn't versatile. He wasn't versatile. That's the problem. He filled in, and credit to him, did an unbelievable job under the circumstances. But his toolbox of abilities did not, have what we needed for a midfielder. He did what he did best, which was score goals. You know what I'm saying? And he got a fuckload of them last season.
The reason why one of the wingers would leave in a few years is not the same as Alvarez. It'll be different. It's because they won't play the big games because they're not good enough. Because the other players will be better. And if they're not good enough, the other players are better. See you later. I ain't got a problem with it. I mean, Big up to Puneet, says LB wants Pogba. Hugh, take over the channel, please, says Puneet with the 3 months.
It's Hugh. It's Hugh. Yes, yes.
Big up to Puneet. Big up to LB, it says Marmoush, Haaland, Savio front three. Honestly, I think I think throw Bob in there for Savio, through Doku in. I think all three. I think it's going to be electric. Can you imagine Marmoush on the left and Doku on the right? Fucking mega that, won't it?
That's what I'm saying, man. The front three, no matter what combination you use of these guys, is quite exciting.
It's definitely got. Do you agree that it's definitely Pep's molding this team to go back towards the Centurions team?
Yeah,
It certainly looks like that to me.
Well, that Centurions team, you had Sterling, who could play on either wing.
Yeah.
Sana, you could argue, could play on either wing. Mahrez wasn't part of the Centurions team. Jesus was there. Like, there was a lot of versatile players, you know. Bernardo played right wing a lot at that point as well. It was versatile, and I think that's what Pep operates best under, attacking players who aren't fixed. I don't think Pep likes to be restricted when it comes to his selections, because a lot of games, isn't there? A lot of games.
Yeah. No, it's true, man. It's true. Yeah, big up to you, bro. Big up to LB as well. Says Marmoush. I've just read that one out. Big up to Camille. Says, big up, lads. Do you think City should think ahead and start talks with Guardiola's successor? Like, nah, it's too early, bro. He's only just signed a 2-year deal, bro.
No need.
You can't, bro, because like, what about if the manager falls off, or what about if Guardiola's like, yo, I want to stay even longer? For me, you start these talks 6 months before Guardiola's going to leave, or a year. If Guardiola gives you a year and says, right, lads, this is my last year in August, that's when you start. If he's not give you an answer, you start it 6 months before. Oh,
the managerial position is not something that needs to be a conversation. It's Pep, and that's the way it has to be right now.
Yeah. By the way, like I'm still got my stonks on Vincent Kompany, man. I've still got my stonks on Vincent Kompany. I really. What's your take on Vinny Kompany? Would you have him? Do you want him, or do you want to? Do you know?
Yeah, I want it. I want it to work out. I want it to be the case, but I want it to be not under the technicality of a legend who recommended you. I want his badges to be earned. Do you know what I'm saying? I want it to be like a legitimate appointment, bro. Earn your badges, mate. Win a Bundesliga or 2 or 3 of them, maybe. You know, give a decent. I'm not even saying win the Champions League. I'm just saying give a good account to yourself in Europe. You know, push semi-finals, maybe get yourself to a final, because he has the fucking quality to do it. That Bayern squad on paper is a little bit stacked, so do a decent job at Bayern, and I'm open to it. But it's
by the way, who knows if he's even gonna fucking leave Pep?
He may not, bro. He's just divorced his wife to stay in Manchester.
Bro, real talk, man. He might just be like, he might get 2 years and be like, yo, Savio's now 23. Bob's cooking on gas. Haaland's about to enter his prime. Got fucking Foden about to enter his prime. Yeah, I've got Khusanov, Victor Hayes, fucking Diaz, all in the prime. And like, he might just be like, yo, I'm not letting some other manager take the credit for this.
I feel like Pep's the kind of guy who he wouldn't leave until it's the end of a cycle, and he's just starting a new cycle. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if he was going to leave, for me, it was most likely at the end of the treble season. And if it wasn't going to be the end of the treble season, it was definitely going to be, you know, the end of the contract that was ending this summer. And just sign a fucking new one. 2 more years. I think what we said for a long time about Pep is, I think he'll keep signing, you know, 1+1 contracts or 2-year contracts, and he'll keep signing it, and rolling it on until whatever this cycle ends. I think people look at Pep and they want to categorize him in with normality of managers who you know, they get tired or they move on. The guy's a psychopath. There's nothing normal about this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like the body language, the way he operates, his personal life, there's nothing normal about any of it. But all the thing we do know is he's Manchester City crazy. He is. There's no one on this planet, either of us in the chat, in the stadium, loves City more than Pep Guardiola. Hey, guy's a psychopath.
The guy loves it, man. So yeah, we might not even need any manager, bro. He might stay in it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty cool. Give a lifetime contract where he can't get out. Yeah, I'm game for that, bro. Only thing I'll say on it, feels like she left him at the right. Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's true. Pep might retire on this club, bro. He chose us rather than his wife, bro. It says video. Yeah, bro, it's on madness, really.
I want to make it clear. I'm not saying that's the case. I don't want to say Pep left his wife for City, but my romantic side likes to believe that he just loves us more. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there's a lot more to it than we know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, true. Smash these likes up, guys, if you're not done so already. Big up to Punny. Says, I know it's Hugh, but my keyboard is acting like United board, mate.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Where'd you get that?
What, a clip?
How'd you find that one?
I've got a folder of clip. I've got a folder on my PC called memes, and whenever I see a funny meme, yeah, I just download the meme and then upload it. But I've not even uploaded a lot of them. I've got loads. I've got loads of new ones to get on, man. You know.
You're in for a treat, chap. Make sure you're subscribed. This guy's about to unload a load of memes on you.
Yeah, you're gonna love the memes, guys. Yeah. Check his hard drive. Check his hard drive. The only thing you'll find on my hard drive is a bunch of fucking memes. All right, man. Listen, anything else, bro?
No. Recovering from the weekend. Looking forward to Bruges and then Arsenal. So I'll be speaking
that
to you.
Bruges game, man. What's our defense going to be against Bruges? It's going to be Nunes, Akanji, Stones, Gvardiol, right?
Nunes,
Decent enough, mate. Now I know they've not lost a game, in 20 matches or whatever. Yeah, but I watched them against Juventus, and they was bang average, bro.
Do you reckon Nunes starts in the Emirates? With Stones back. Stones back should be fit by then. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fucking good
Because you
question.
could put a Kanji or Stones at right back.
Who would you send our half be then?
You could do Khusanov.
He ain't playing Khusanov. He ain't gonna do that, bro. No way. He ain't playing Khusanov or Victor Hayes at Arsenal away. No chance.
So who's fit? Who's fit for Arsenal? Theoretically, is Diaz, or he's out for a while, isn't it?
No, he'll be out. It'll be Gvardiol, Stones, Akanji, Nunes. Yeah, Nunes will play right wing.
Gvardiol, Stones, Akanji, Nunes.
The thing is, their left wing's been a bit dead. Like Trossard's in and out of form. Like one game he'll be mint Trossard, and the next game he'll be absolutely ass. Like Martinelli, a bit the same. So yeah, I think for me, yeah, that's probably the back four. I wouldn't be playing one of the young lads. I won't be playing one of the young lads.
No Rico.
No, I really don't want to be seeing Rico Lewis in this back line anytime soon. Nothing against him, but it's just like I need stronger physical players. Like, and as much as I don't like Nunes at right back, yeah, he's strong and he's physical, and that's what I need, man. Yeah, I'm watching these defenders, bro, this year, and it's a killer. It's a killer watching these players. Like some of these, not obviously all of them, like Diaz and that. Like some of these players, like, oh, they're so soft. So soft, these players. Like, I need like Nunes, as much as he winds me up and as much as he's got a bozo in him. Yeah, I need him in the team because he's physical and he's got some strength about him. The same with Stones, Diaz. You know what I mean? Yeah, Akanji's like, I like Akanji. Yeah, but he's another. He falls into the Rico bracket of he don't really like. You know, he's not an aggressor. He's not a physical guy. Which is pretty mad, really, because he's quite tall. He's quite stocky guy, isn't he? But he's quite a soft, passive sort of guy, you know. So now I've not spoke about Juma Bar. That's been announced today. Yeah. So yeah, there he is. He's got a lens, Valladolid, Crimo, and it's cost us £5 million. So that's nice. That's decent. So we'll see how he gets on.
On a funny one I saw, I don't know if you spoke about this. I saw you commented on the City Extra post about it. We hold the record, don't we, for most TV views?
Oh shit!
Yeah. And we're like something like 1 million or 1 billion ahead of the second place.
Yo, let me get the tweet up, man. Yo, chat, did you see this?
This
is a madness.
Most TV views, you'll never sing that.
Yo, let me get this up on screen. Oh, they've deleted it.
See Extra.
It must have been fake news. It's fake news. Look.
Come on, Freddie, man.
Tweet deleted.
No. People were getting gassed over that as well.
Fake news. You know what, though? When I read it, yeah, I did feel it was a bit sus. I was like, yo, what?
Can't be right. I
felt like the numbers were a little bit exaggerated. I was like, this can't be right, man. Yeah, I mean, this is so maybe I don't know what's going on there. But yeah,
that's a shame. It's a shame.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't say anything outrageous to that. I literally just put like a zip emoji on there. In fact, final thing, I've seen a couple of people talk about Kyle Walker.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard his comments?
Yes, I watched it.
I don't know.
I don't
what
think
he's-
he needed to say some of what he did.
Bro, I just don't get why this guy, when he speaks, is not a good speaker, bro. Bro, I'll be real with you, man. Like,
I
he
know.
doesn't. Whenever he speaks, I said this in a chat like a couple of weeks ago, because for me, right, I said this. I said, I don't mean this in a nasty way, an abusive way, and I'm just giving my genuine opinion, But whenever Walker speaks, he pisses some of the City fans off it's like, bro, it's on madness. And his comments today, what's he on about? Things at City weren't going too well. I wasn't playing as much football as I wanted to. Does anyone want to tell him why? Or we just glaze over that bit?
Yeah, he comes across a little bit in his own world,
Bro, this is the problem with Walker, I'm not going to go into too much. We'll end the stream in a second, But one of the reasons why he's fallen off so much is because he didn't realise that he'd fell off. So he didn't adapt his game.
Mm-hmm.
So he kept on defending like he was like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
So he'd let players like still have to run on him. You remember they had Adama Traore game against Fulham, and he just let Adama Traore run him and thought, I'll catch you up. And he didn't adapt his game. And like when I see him speaking today on that interview, I'm just like, you ain't clocked it that you didn't change when you needed to change. You didn't adapt your game to deal with the loss of agility and pace. But yeah, man, it's a madness how this guy speaks and he just winds up City fans all the time.
Yeah, then they need to stop giving him microphones, man. Like the whole microphone thing doesn't work well for him. I didn't like as well when he said I had difficult conversations with Pep and all this kind of stuff. Like you don't need to say that. You know what I mean? You could do the whole media training thing and be like, look, it was time for me to move on. I want a new challenge. Wish them all the best. Blah blah blah. The basic bullshit that we all know. But instead, he opened up. He spoke in depth about it, which people were already pissed off by the fact that you're leaving us midway through the season as the club captain. I'm not particularly bothered on a footballing level that he's gone, but people do. It does bother people that he left under the circumstances.
Don't bother me. Does it bother you? I don't give a fuck that he left.
Doesn't bother me a toss. Doesn't matter.
Like, I see why people say, "Oh, he's the captain. He should never have left halfway through the season." I'm like, he was trash. Like, respectfully, like I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, he was really bad on the football pitch. I'm not asked that he's left. Like, I think it was the best thing for him. I think it was the best thing for the football group. So I don't really care about it. Like, I don't really. To be honest, like, I literally don't give a shit that he's gone. To be honest with you, like again, not in a nasty way, but in like, bro, he wasn't playing because he was rubbish, and when he was playing, he was costing us goals. I just think that like the guy needs to learn like what to say, because when he goes on these podcasts, and then he goes, he's like, I trade City trophies for this, and it's like the guy just needs a PR.
The one that really fucked me off was when he he congratulated the Man United lads when they won that FA Cup. His mates from the England team. Do you remember that when they beat us in the final last year? Was it last year?
I feel like I remember it, but I don't really.
Chat. Someone will know the quotes. He was like, "I'm delighted for my English mates in the United dressing room celebrating their FA Cup win." That really fucked me off. That one. Chat. You know what I'm on about?
Yeah, I feel like I do kind of remember it, but I don't fully remember it. But yeah, that would be something that he would say, to be honest.
It's like he never got media training.
No, he didn't get the media training, man. He didn't get the media training.
But if everything he's saying is true, his presence couldn't have been great in the training ground. His presence couldn't have been great on the training pitch, for morale, for everything. He's saying he wasn't playing the football he wanted. He had multiple, as he said, difficult conversations with Pep. His presence couldn't have been beneficial to anybody. So I don't care if he's leaving half through the season. I don't care if he was labelled as club captain. Thank you for everything, but it's good you're gone. It's good you're gone.
Yeah. No, I
Arrivederci.
I agree. That's basically the advice that needs to be said. Big up to Sir Milan, bros. The broader standard of refereeing in that sub-20 game. Oh, bro, have you been watching fucking Echeverri, bro, for Argentina?
I know you have.
Oh,
go on. Give me a synopsis. I want to know what I'm in for.
Oh, bro.
Is it one of them, yeah? One of those?
Yeah, it's like sound the alarm. Yeah, we got a player on our hands.
Okay.
Yeah, Brazil, 2 goals, 2 assists. Yeah, they tried to chop the assists off him, but we ain't doing that. He got 2 goals and 2 assists against Brazil. Scored the equaliser yesterday against Colombia. Finished 1-1. The best player on the pitch in the first half. He looks a player. Now, this in development areas. Danny, big up Danny. I clocked this since Danny mentioned it in the chat. He seems to fatigue pretty much every game around the 60, 50th minute. So his stamina ain't quite there. But one of the reasons that is because he's a pressing machine. He doesn't stop running, and he presses and presses and presses, and he's fantastic at it. He can go on his left foot, he can go on his right foot. He don't mind going on his weak foot. He runs at defenders on that, scores goals, gets assists. I'm looking forward to him, bro.
Where did he spend most of his time? In the attack or the defense or what?
Attacking midfielder.
He's a 10, is he?
Central, yeah, 10, central. Get him central and tell him he's like the style of play, not quality. Style of play is like a Messi, Brahim Diaz style guy. And he's a captain. He's the captain, bro. He's the captain of Argentina under 20s.
You dropped the M bomb there, Messi, yeah.
Messi style, yeah, style, not quality, style.
Yeah, but even that's still a big compliment.
And
what's the plan for him? He's coming in a few weeks, is he?
He'll come after this tournament. So I think the last game is on the 16th or something like that of February if they get to the final. So he'll come after the final.
And
they'll probably go quite far because I've watched 3 teams or 4 teams now, and they've been the best team, Argentina.
And in your educated opinion, LB, will he kick a ball for us this season?
I think he might do. You remember Perone last year or the year before got like 20 minutes at Bournemouth away?
Yeah.
You remember that? It wouldn't surprise me if Pep give him like 10, 15 minutes in a random game. He'll definitely be on the bench.
He's not a small guy, is he, Echeverri? He's not a big guy. He's like that typical sort of like maybe 5'10", 5'11", something like that, maybe somewhere around there. Is he physical? Does he get stuck in?
Yeah, he's physical and gets stuck in. Yeah, bro, I like him. I've said to the chat, I think he's either going to be world class or he just won't make it. There's no in between in my eyes. There's no in between with a player like that. There's no in between. He's either going to be world class, yeah, like one of the best players in the world, and he's going to be like playing for City for the next decade. He's going to be like unbelievable, or he just won't be good enough. There ain't no middle ground, because if he's good enough to make it, he's going to be fucking mint. But if he ain't good enough, he won't be good enough.
Oh, you've invested heavily, have you? Stocks.
I have put a sizable chunk of change in Echeverri coin.
Echeverri coin.
Yeah, I put a sizable chunk of change in that. I'm expecting triple percentages investment returns. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to see how he gets on, mate. And I think he's a pet player. I really think he's a pet player.
I'm gonna go watch some compilations.
I'll watch it. I did a video on my channel and I put the clips in.
Okay, I'll have to watch that.
I gegenpress the copyright in it.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, they couldn't
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, watch it, bro. The guy's fucking mint. He's an attacking midfielder. Yeah, they're playing. Bro, this tournament's mint, by the way. They play every 2 days, you know.
Weird question. Is there any world where City are so convinced this guy's gonna bang that they don't go after like a Musiala or a Verts?
Well, we probably won't go after Musiala or Verts because I don't think we're going to get a Musiala or Verts.
Yeah, but like, I mean, like a big dog specialist attacking creative midfielder. Like, if Echeverri, if they're so convinced he's going to be a huge dog in world football, they might view him as what you're calling the De Bruyne replacement.
Well, to do that, I still think you need to get another midfielder in. But you'd get like a Barella or someone like that.
Yeah.
A bit of an all-round, someone who can do a little bit of everything.
McAtee. Yeah, McAtee.
Yeah, well, McAtee was apparently linked with a move to Leverkusen, but apparently that's been cancelled now.
Yeah, cancelled, yeah. Shut down.
But, yeah, they play tomorrow night, but it's on late, bro, so it might be a bit too late for you, but, yeah, it don't finish till like 1:15 in the morning. But, yeah, the games are on every 2 days, so the first game was on Friday.
Yeah, that's mad.
They played again yesterday. I was like, yo, this is fucking sick. They play it every 2 days. It's fucking mad. Which probably, again, explains one of the reasons why he's probably knackered. But yeah, keep your eye out on him anyway. He joins in February, so it'll be good. But yeah, Beatles a million. He says, bro, the standing referee in that sub-20 game between Argentina and Colombia was a madness. Call back to when you could kill someone and get away with a yellow card. Yeah, and by the way, Samilon, you obviously watched the game. That Colombia side was just P&P, wasn't it, bro? You know P&P, pace and power. I've never seen a team just be based off pace and power other than that Colombia. It was actually crazy, mate. Bill Toolsy as well says, any thoughts on the McFarlane side? Like, obviously, Brian don't know who the guy is. You know what I mean? I'll be real with you. I don't watch New York City FC. It's one for the Americans, really. If there's any Americans in the chat who know anything about this guy, you can quickly, put something in the chat. Let us know what you're saying about him. But we've signed a left back. I just don't know whether he's actually going to play for us or whether he's going to just be an academy player and they're sold on in a few years for profit. I don't know. But did you see this announced today? McFarlane from New York City FC?
Yeah, I saw him and Juma Ba. I don't know anybody either.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody either. No.
Juma Ba was on loan at Real Valladolid and they kept him on a schoolboy contract for 6 months, exploiting him on £2,500 a week, or €2,500 a week. And then when they had a option to buy clause. So they activated the option to buy clause on the 1st of January. But Juma Ba was obviously contacted by City, decided that he don't want to accept the release clause, the option to like make the deal permanent. So instead, what he did was paid the termination clause in the contract and then joined City. So City have got him for $5 million because basically City have paid the termination clause. That's how it works. So Juma Ba paid the termination clause of $5 million. City then City probably give him the money. And now he's a Manchester City player for $5 million. And that's why Real Valladolid are crying their eyes out because he's probably worth anywhere between 10 and 20 million quid.
Yeah, I saw their statement and I looked at it and said, I'm not reading all that.
What's that thing what people say? I ain't reading all that. Sorry that happened, or congratulations or something.
Yeah. That was
basically, Valladolid is saying that City and Juma Ba have committed this crime when actually City and Juma Ba haven't committed a crime. You decided, to keep this guy on a dead wage. He then rejected the contract that you give him and paid the termination clause, which was in his contract, which was legitimate.
He's
and then basically, he's a fucking massive. They're saying they reckon he could be like the next Van Dijk, is what they're saying. And basically that's it. It's literally nothing. Literally, like Real Valladolid are basically just trying to make their fans believe that they've been like screwed over by City, so they don't get cooked. But if you actually go back to that post, that Real Valladolid post, and look at all the Real Valladolid fans in that Twitter post, they're all cooking the club. They don't buy it at all. They're all like, nah, City haven't done anything. You guys have screwed this one up big time. Like, they all know that the club have just screwed it up. Like, none of the fans are saying, oh, City have like had us off or whatever. They all know it's the club, mate, because the club have just fucked it up, bro. Because the termination clause wasn't enough.
Club trying to push that propaganda and not getting them anywhere.
Facts.
That's exciting though. That's exciting. If everything you're saying about him is true. What about last one? What about that Nipan kid or Nipan, whatever his name is? He was at the Etihad the other day.
Yeah, Fabrizio was completely wrong because he said City were going to sign him and loan him to Girona. We can't do that because we're banned from UEFA to do that until January 2026. So that was an L. I think if City were to get him, it would be straight to Girona. But it sounds like I reckon he's probably going to go Arsenal by what David Ornstein is saying. But City can't buy him and loan him to Girona. We're banned from UEFA from doing that.
So Girona have to buy him.
So Girona would just have to buy it. It'd have to be the way around it. Like, hi, yeah, we're Girona. We're going to buy you. And then if you mint, City will then buy you off us rather than City buy you and loan him to Girona.
He ain't going to agree to that.
He might not agree to it. He might agree to it. I don't know. Mitchell's a good coach. I don't know.
They have Champions League in it. You're out of Girona.
Yeah, I don't know. He's probably going to go Arsenal, though, innit? Let's be real.
Yeah, but like, there's a lot of competition at Arsenal in midfield, isn't there? There's quite a few players there. So
I didn't even hear about him. I didn't know about this guy until like 2 weeks ago, anyway.
No, me neither. He was at the Etihad though with his parents.
Yeah. No, I didn't hear about this guy for like 2 weeks, so I don't even know anything about him. There are a couple of Norwegians in the chat saying like he's good. So fairs. But
I wonder was he a recommendation from Haaland or Bob? Bob probably played with him at some point.
Yeah. Did you know Bob could speak Portuguese?
No, why? Has he got like Portuguese family?
Nah, that's what I said, bro. Apparently, he played for Porto.
When?
Bro, this is what I said to the chat, man. I was like, nah, this is a myth. He never played for Porto. And the chat was like, nah, he can speak Portuguese. He used to play for Porto. I was like, this is BS, bro. No way he did that.
Oscar Bob. Let me find this. Play with
That's
Porto.
crazy, isn't it?
Did you fact check it?
No, I didn't fact check it, man. But I imagine it's true because there was quite a lot of people in the chat who were like, yeah, LB, it's legit. And I was like, no fucking way is that legit.
Oh my days.
I'm at it. Is it legit? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is him.
Are you on transfer map details?
Well, I'm on Google Images first. There's pictures of him here. It looks like it's him anyway, and it's saying it's him in a Porto kit when he was like, I'd say 9, 10.
Yeah, that's a madness. I didn't know that, you know.
I can't share screen anyway, can I? I was going to show you, but okay.
I believe you, bro. I believe the chat. All right, and big up to you. Oh, sorry, big up to Robble as well. Says, trust me, Juma Bar will be £100 million player. Fucking hell. Well, if he's going to be the next Van Dijk, then yeah, that'll be interesting to see how he gets on. But yeah, 6'5", pacey, strong, good on the ball. Let's see what he's cooking on gas, innit?
Where's he going again? Girona?
Lens. Yeah,
Right.
we can't loan anybody to Girona, buy anyone from Girona, or vice versa until January 2026.
Why?
Because we're both in the Champions League and we're both owned by the same people. UEFA basically said to protect, well, it's basically to protect Girona, but it's to protect both clubs there, and they don't want either club to be exploited. But if any club was going to be exploited, let's be honest, it would be Girona. Right? They put a ban on it, and we can't sign any players from there until 2026. So not that there's any players there really that stand out that I really, really want. Obviously, Miguel Gutierrez was decent, but I kind of got off him a little bit, to be honest with you.
Savio was the man, wasn't he? Savio was the
man. Yeah, Savio was the main man. Obviously, Dobkic, he went to where did he go? Roma or some shit like that? Atletico? Can't fucking remember now.
You see this Oscar Bob thing? Have you heard him speak Portuguese?
Bro, I didn't even know that was a thing.
I don't think it's a thing. I'm doing a bit of reading here. I don't think it's a thing.
What? So what are you reading?
I'm looking at his youth career. He played for Lynn, Valerenga, and then Manchester City. I think someone has seen the photo of Oscar Bob doing a trial at Porto and gone, oh, he must have played for Porto. I don't think he played for Porto. I think he did a trial. Or like,
yeah, let me Google this. Yeah, does Oscar Bob speak Portuguese? Right, let's see what the foot this says. Yeah,
I mean, what age was he in 2015?
Bro,
when he was with Lynn.
Bro, we're cooked. We've been cooked. Look.
So?
The AI says it.
I speak English. I'm not English.
What?
I don't know.
All right then. Yeah, I think Hugh's losing it now. You know what I mean? He had a big weekend. He came over for the Chelsea game. He's been on the sesh. He needs to go to bed, man. All right, and guys, big up to you guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure you guys smash the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. I will be back tomorrow with some more content coming up for you guys. So make sure you stay tuned for that one. Who's live here? Let's have a look who's live. Lee's live. I was fucking redirected to Lee. He's doing a watch along of Alves versus Celta Vigo. This guy does the most random fucking watch along in the world. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, guys. See you later. Make sure you subscribe to Hugh as well. Link in title, guys. Link in title, man. Oh yeah, Hugh, don't forget to watch Echeverri.
I'll be live tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow at 10.
Live tomorrow at 10. Let's go.